Welcome back to Conversation Unknown Podcast. We're on episode 22. Thank you all for coming back and for watching the other episodes. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, even that notification bell. Share them with your friends and family. We really appreciate that. It's bringing a lot of love, and we're seeing a lot more comments in the chat. We see you, Felix. We see you, Exotic Teak.
You
don't kill each other. But yeah, we love the interaction on there. We will have the 100 sub episode probably out before you even see this, so make sure to go back and check that out. We talked about personal accounts of our own life and this weird stuff that we've been through, and Tony had some really cool evidence and footage for his, so it's definitely worth checking out if you missed it. On a high note here, we actually have our first in-studio guest. This is Al Ian, and I'd like to welcome him. Al, would you like to say anything?
Hello, Earthlings. It's nice to smell you here.
All right.
So, I think he's directing that at me and Tony because people say that, white people smell like wet dogs or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I hope that's not what you meant. But, we do always like to leave the links for the videos and the clips that we watch in the description, so you guys can go back, show some love to those channels as well. Give them a like, subscribe. Obviously, they're doing some pretty cool stuff. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it. But on that note, I mean, you guys got anything to share?
Hold on. I got something to ask you, Mr. Al. You guys got any cool? I'm sure maybe you do, maybe you don't. But me and my kids, we like to play with lasers outside. I mean, what do you know about that? What you know about that? Huh?
That's cute.
I mean, I got green, I got blue. Shooting the start. Wait.
What?
The fuck?
Can you hold that up a little bit so that our viewers at home can see this?
What the hell? How did you get that through the airport?
Yeah, like.
Quite personal.
Do you got your papers?
Do probing. We don't get probing. 7.5 on the little guy. Then it's 15 watt on the big blue one and 4 watt on the green diode.
Dude.
The green one would be the furthest throwing in distance you could see. And then the blue one's just the most powerful.
Oh, can you pop balloons with those and shit?
Oh yes, instantaneously.
Oh. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
So like,
Can
you reach the moon like with those?
Well, no. So like, you can go 57 or 56 miles or so. So you're just getting to the outside of the atmosphere.
Jeez. Yeah, right around the Carmen line or wherever that might be.
These are the eBay ones you can commonly find. So you can have the blue, the green, and the red. These are way more reasonably priced, but
that case looks wild, dude.
Japan or China.
Yeah, but can you burn things with them? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's slow, but you can if you hold it for a while. For the other ones, it is instantaneously. Leaves and other things just fucking crackle and pop.
Hold on, Tony. Do I detect a little beef here?
Whatever, dude. He's got lasers.
You jealous, bro? You jealous?
I believe he's having flashbacks of a problem. Favorite pet. I imagine you have to have zoos. You get all stoned and drunk and want to go look at the animals. It's just like what we do here. No difference. Why do you think we crash? You think it's fucked up. This is where we come to enjoy ourselves and watch the animals do their thing.
I bet you watch the animals do their thing.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do aliens watch human porn? Because I gotta say, it's pretty good.
Not exactly. We find it disturbing.
Oh, okay.
We're made in a big lab. We don't watch a monkey at the zoo, pick his ass, smell it, and then taste it.
And then fall out of the tree?
This is what humans are like to us.
Wait, what the fuck? What? Are you talking shit?
I believe, Tony, that not only did he say that you've been probed, but I'm pretty sure that you've been shipped.
Oh, shots fired.
You okay, Al? You okay, Al, man? Like, Tony, that was way out of line. This is
Yeah, you're gonna start a
we have a
planet
guest
war.
here, and I thought,
You want to get clocked again, bitch?
Dude, he's gonna start a literal like space war, right?
yeah, Al, where are you from, actually?
Zeta Reticula.
Ooh, nice.
Damn.
How are the ladies over in Zeta Reticuli? Pretty hot.
We
Bitches
are all
from
the
Zeta
same.
Reticuli.
There's no male or female. We don't have the parts.
Oh, okay.
Just Mr. Smoothie down there.
I'm going to show you why they call me Smoothie, but I wasn't curious.
It's like that time I tried to hook up with a mermaid.
It would be close.
Bitch!
Yeah, the smell is the same.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
That's a little disappointing, I guess. But
Yeah.
how's the food?
Ooh.
That's not good. You guys got flavor. We just we consume it through our skin when we shower.
You guys
We
shower?
excrete it through our sweat. Yeah, it's a recycle process, really. We don't lose too much.
Oh, it
We just
sounds awful.
process filter and we consume it.
Okay.
If you can imagine eating your own piss, shit, and sweat, that's a flavor you gotta be active to.
I guess anything becomes normal if you do it long enough.
Fucking A. You learn something every day. Now it explains why y'all look so greasy in some of those
Oh,
videos.
yeah.
And
We have
smell like
putrid
shit.
stench. Yeah, you can smell us coming a mile away. It's a surprise. We should surprise anyone.
Yeah.
You know, the more and more we talk about this, the more and more I think that my son might have been anally probed, because when he fucking takes a shit, that is toxic. And it doesn't smell human. It doesn't even smell like it's from this planet.
Could just be a fiber issue. Who knows?
Dude, I don't know, man. I'll tell you. You're a visitor here.
Your
Understand
own
that. You
people.
gotta assimilate or get out.
Assimilate. It's done some assimilation, I can tell you that.
All right, ready?
Yes,
Throw the
sir.
finger, Al. Throw the finger. That's the one he uses.
Oh,
You know the shocker and the Zeta.
oh yeah. We got one hell of a shocker.
Hey, let me ask you this one. Do you guys know the minivan?
Do I know about pedos?
The minivan.
That's what I thought you said.
All right, here we go.
John D. Rockefeller was one of the richest men in the entire world from the oil industry. And in 1903, he funded the General Education Board with a famous quote of saying, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers." The General Education Board's main objective was to create schools that focused on obeying authority, following rules, memorizing, not thinking, and breeding you to work 9-to-5 jobs for elite corporations. That is why we see the mundane subjects in school of things like math, English, and other subjects. And I mean, even look at our schools. They look like prisons. But here's where things get really messed up. John D. Rockefeller also funded big pharma and medical schools, with the initiative being from taking people from natural healing remedies towards pharmaceutical-based care. And from this, he created a perfect system. The schools create the workers. They work forever, which makes them sick. Then they have to take pharmaceutical drugs to stay alive. And from that, he makes endless money. Our education system is really just a monopoly. It is breeding workers so that the elites keep making more money. This is why it is more important than ever for us to wake up and choose differently moving forward.
So yeah, that was Rockefeller's whole dream that seemed to come true, and you guys are still in the same system.
I got absolutely nothing to argue with about that. That's very good. I guess outside perspective on the whole thing. You know, we get so kind of tuned into what we're used to, the whole system, to grow up, go to school, get a job, retire, that whole thing. You don't really think about it, but yeah, it's there to keep us in place and just be good, obedient people to make the super richer, maybe.
Yeah, the more and more I dig into the subject recently, the more and more I find this to be true. And it's the more and more I find it to be true, the more and more sad it is. Actually, it makes me think that we all belong outside. We need to go all outside.
Yeah.
Like dogs. You want to go outside? Go outside?
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact is that, you know, people love talking about like slavery and this and that and how slavery ended. First off, it didn't. Still going on, you know, in the Middle East and stuff right now. But two, they didn't end slavery. They made us all slaves. That's all I gotta say about that, man.
Yep. Absolutely.
Not all rulers wear crowns. Some whisper behind red velvet curtains, their names forgotten by history, their power eternal. One such family is the Orsini, an ancient Roman aristocratic dynasty whose grip on the Vatican has endured for nearly 1,000 years. Known by researchers and conspiracy theorists alike as the Grey Cardinals of the Vatican, the Orsini family has been quietly shaping papal decisions, influencing global power structures, and manipulating religious and political chessboards from the shadows. But who are they? And how did they embed themselves so deeply in the heart of one of the world's most powerful institutions? The House of Orsini traces its roots back to the 11th century, emerging as one of Rome's most influential noble families during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. They held castles, armies, and titles. But more importantly, they held popes. At least 5 popes and dozens of cardinals were closely related to or directly installed by the Orsini. Their members didn't just support the Vatican, they were the Vatican. The family controlled key strongholds across central Italy and maintained brutal rivalries with other noble houses like the Colonna. Civil wars often broke out not between countries, but between these powerful clans, dragging the Pope himself into their feuds. To understand the reach of the Orsini,
It was even rumored and believed that these are the same family that was in charge of the Roman Empire when they killed Jesus.
Oh, damn.
I got to chime in on this. So I recently saw this clip of Glenn Beck talking about how he went to the Vatican. He was sitting down with the cardinals and they were all talking around the table. And he's just asking questions, you know, getting a feel for it. I don't remember if he said they were eating or what, you know what I mean? But they were just chopping it up. And all of a sudden he said that like the room dropped by like a good like 10 to 20 degrees. And there was this guy that came in that wasn't dressed like the Cardinals in like the red and all that, but was like almost in like a black or like a dark gray, like get up. And he came in and he looked at the Cardinals and he goes, "Who's that guy?" And one of the Cardinals leans over and he goes, "You felt that, didn't you?" And he goes, "Yeah, I did." And he goes, "That's the opposition."
The ops, dude.
Opposition.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, that's different.
So I was going to say, so kind of based off of what this is and what I'm gathering out of this, they call them the Greys. It kind of seems like it lines up with that story.
other noble houses like the Colonna. Civil wars often broke out not between countries, but between these powerful clans, dragging the Pope himself into their feuds. To understand the reach of the Orsini, you must understand the concept of kingmakers. In multiple papal conclaves, it was whispered that the winner was not chosen by divine inspiration, but by Orsini negotiation. Cardinal Giambattista Orsini played a major role in papal politics during the 15th century. His maneuvering often decided who would sit on the Holy See. Unlike other families, they didn't seek the crown. They preferred influence, naming bishops, guiding policy, and ensuring their allies sat in key Vatican posts. They were the Grey Cardinals, figures with no official rank but total control. The term Grey Cardinal may well have originated from this family. It refers to someone with no formal authority but massive power behind the scenes, often a personal advisor to a ruler who whispers the real orders. Modern members of the Orsini family no longer wear armor or command armies, but are rumored to sit at the tables of elite financial and religious institutions. Insiders claim they still influence the Vatican Bank, advise religious orders, and maintain private networks with Jesuit and Opus Dei factions. Their wealth is hidden, their titles are rarely used, and their influence deniable. This makes them dangerous, powerful, eternal. Some theorists believe Orsini bloodlines run through modern political figures and global banking dynasties, though these claims are often dismissed publicly and persist in private circles.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's just like you're talking about there, those Grey Cardinals.
Dude, that lines up so perfectly with Glenn Beck was saying. Like, I mean, even when they showed him in the cloaks, like, that's how he described him. That's crazy.
Everything's a fucking lie. Man, everything is a
It's just
fucking
a
lie.
family that had wealth, very medieval times, and after you have all the money of the world, what's next? Control and power. You do it through religion. You do it through the banks. Do it with full control.
Yep.
You know, for being out of this earth and being such a punk ass bitch like you are, you got some pretty good info here. I mean, this has opened my eyes up a little bit.
That ain't all
I
that's
still
been
hate
opened
you
up.
though.
Well, I mean, like, you know, he kind of nailed it on the head there, though, because I talked to other people who really, like, question, like, let's say the Diddy stuff that's going on and just the weird things that are happening in the world. And what was it? Pizzagate is basically proven to be true at this point.
Oh,
Did you see the thing with Bieber?
I'm gonna be diving into that one. I got some shit for y'all.
So, like, hey, conspiracy theorists, up again.
Yep.
Up again. We're just going to tell you, we weren't crazy when we were talking about it. But when people ask me about that, like, why are all these, like, people that got enough money or they're, like, they got enough fame or they're good enough looking to get whatever they want? I'm like, it's not about the money or this or that. It's about control. It's about, we've got everything we could ever want. What else can we do? Because it's not enough. There's
Right.
like, it's never enough for most of these people.
That sounds just like the story of that P. Diddy diddler. It was all about what he could make others do, the power and the control.
Yeah.
And the baby oil. Don't forget the baby.
So much.
The Diddy
you know something about that, don't you?
Freaking slime balls, man. You know, they get greased all up, and they just think they can do whatever they want.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, that's the way she goes. Well, let's see. What do we got next here?
All right, let's roll.
In front of the headquarters of a company that manages $10.6 trillion. That's more than half the United States GDP. Last time, I covered the shady consulting group McKinsey, and you guys asked for one thing. BlackRock. So here we are. BlackRock is the subject of a lot of speculation online.
There is a robot that controls more wealth than any country on Earth.
Really, the commander-in-chief is Larry Fink.
They have stock in 95% of Fortune 500 companies, and they've been hired by governments across the world to help manage financial crises and even just conduct normal operations. That means that pretty much any time you interact with the economy, working, buying stuff, driving a car, going to the bank, anything, you're interacting with BlackRock. But that $10.6 trillion isn't really their money. Don't worry, we'll come back to that. And they claim they're just passive investors, which seems harmless, right? While I love a good conspiracy, and I know there was a cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo, how much of a conspiracy is this really? I wanted to get to the truth behind BlackRock and the other nearly identical asset managers, State Street and Vanguard, known as the Big Three. Are they actively controlling the world and shaping it in their favor? Or are they passive investors just riding the wave of American economic expansion?
It's a weird company. They have social media pages like YouTube and Instagram, and they have even the TikTok, and they have the strangest thing because they're all like verified with the blue check mark, and they have usually when you're verified, you've got millions of followers and you're getting millions of views on each video. With BlackRock, they're verified, but they have like their podcast. It'll get like 200 views maybe. Like we're doing bigger numbers than BlackRock. It's so strange. It's you can't like force it because their content sucks.
You know what's kind of crazy? Was it BlackRock or was it Vanguard that just bought the Panama Canal on both sides?
Probably both of them.
Oh, no shit.
Trump was trying to get it back under American control, like for both ports. And, you know, we thought like the U.S. would end up buying it. Well, it was a U.S. corporation, which happened to be, I'm pretty sure it was BlackRock, but it could have been Vanguard. So I'd have to look back at it, but it's one of those two, which are like the two biggest notorious investor, whatever, control companies however you want to label them.
Yeah.
Wealth management companies.
Yeah.
Wealth management,
Financial investment management, with a really weird link to everything that matters.
Well, yeah, they own all the stock and almost everything. That's really strange. You look at who owns their stock. It just keeps tracing back to those banks.
Hey, good point. Like I always say, if you want to know the truth, follow the money.
Yeah. That's right.
Exactly.
True story. All right, who we got up next? We got Chambers.
Okay, yeah. So we've all had that one friend that has concerns about 5G technology and what it's actually doing to us, and if there's any health concerns or anything that we should really be worried about, or if it's creating some kind of freaking LiDAR grid that just sees through our homes, or everybody's got their theory on 5G. Well, This dude starts breaking down how prevalent it is.
Nice.
Let's roll.
LED street light. Let's see what's inside. Uh-oh. Apparently, this is an LED 5G street light. It's pretty neat. This is a 5G cellular tower disguised as a water tower. You can tell it's a 5G tower disguised as a water tower because of the way that it is. Here's the antennas.
Oh shit! Damn,
Here's
there
the
it is.
disguise. It's pretty neat. This is a pine tree planted by T-Mobile. You can tell it's a pine tree planted by T-Mobile because of the way that it is. It's a pine tree, and it was planted by T-Mobile.
That's crazy.
This is an Itron smart meter. You can tell it's an Itron smart meter by the way that it is. This particular Itron smart meter has a special feature. Let's take a look. That's suspicious.
I thought it was hilarious just the way he did it, like, and just showed you how much of this stuff is actually planted that we probably drive by every day and don't even realize, like, how impressive the 5G grid has become. Because in the beginning, like, it was like, oh, downtown Appleton or wherever you are, Milwaukee, like Milwaukee had a, you know, okay, you got 5G, but then you drove 5-10 minutes away and then you'd be back on like the LTD 4G network or whatever. Now it's like 5G plus almost anywhere you go.
Everywhere.
You know, so obviously they found ways of hiding it, because at first it was just those weird little contraptions on the telephone pole.
Oh man, what do you, are they trying to map people in their houses? Because there's been a practical demonstration of you can basically rig up a standard Wi-Fi router, and the radiation that comes off of it can be used to map actual objects, not to get like clear text or clear images of people, but like they could basically like point it at a house, see through the walls, and see that there's something there, and then track motion, general motion.
See, on that note, you know, the reason that they outlawed lead paint isn't because kids were eating paint chips. No, it's because it would block any of that shit from coming in your house.
Well, that and all the
goes
health
against
issues.
the whole plan.
It is detrimental to health. It'll fuck up.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, they basically have to have one on like every corner, and like you were talking about the Wi-Fi router thing, like it's real. I know I've seen it in practice. I've seen like stuff. Yeah, I'll pass it to you. But the crazy thing is, you know, what it reminds me of is that I'm sure it comes up on their end if they really were mapping it out a lot, like the underneath the pyramid LiDAR scan.
Oh yeah, yep, kind of fuzzy.
Well, that's what I saw when I first saw them using that, implemented in Israel. They're using that thing to supposedly look for people through buildings, where it was like a Wi-Fi router setup where they could put it to the side of a building and see inside it.
Yep, like the science and the math is all there, and the crazy thing is most people have the same hardware that's required for this in their home. It's just like it's a ubiquitous sort of thing. Yeah, it's freaky stuff.
All right, what do we got next, Chambers?
Yeah, dude. All right, I don't even know if I want to preference this. I just want to get genuine reaction from you guys on this one.
Okay.
All right, let's
roll with me. Let's roll.
Mount Kailash. It's in the Tibet Autonomous Region, and it's not even on the top 100 highest mountains. No one, as far as we know, in history has ever summited the mountain. There was these men from Siberia in the late 1900s. They're like, we're going to summit this mountain. And so they started going up, but they realized hours into the journey that they were aging. So their hair and nails had grown within hours that would equate to them being on the mountain for weeks or months at a time. Not even a year after they climbed this mountain, they all died, and their signs of death were old age, but they're all young dudes, like 20s and 30s. This is what's crazy. In the 1990s, Russian and Siberian scientists started publishing wild research papers claiming that Kailash is a gigantic ancient pyramid. So they believe that Mount Kailash is not natural. They argue its perfect geometric shape and cardinal alignments are too precise for nature. And the hypothesis is that it's a massive ancient pyramid, possibly the oldest and largest on Earth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
no one has ever officially reached the summit.
Yeah, all the four major religions around it, they all respect it. They don't agree on their religions, right? But they all agree that there's something to this mountain.
What do you guys think about that? You think this is some bullshit?
game scaling that fucking mountain.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a crazy story. And look at how they've been doing, like, the scans over the Yucatan Peninsula and stuff. They thought they found all the Mayan ruins, and now they're realizing that the jungle's, like, growing over them. And, like, to me, it really doesn't seem implausible for a mountain to be, maybe, a little bit deformed from wind erosion, covered with snow, and we're missing, like, the key component here. You know what I'm saying?
I want to check it out in Google Earth, probably. That's what I'm going to do later tonight. I'll check it out because even with erosion, I just want to see if it lines up with the cardinal directions kind of thing. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe, there's some places that don't have coverage. You never know. That'd be kind of cool, too, to find.
Something neat about that is, you guys hear about that Canadian kid, how he found the pyramid? The one they discovered in the jungle.
You making shit up
this
again?
was Canada? Yeah, this Canadian kid. He was like 12 or 14. You look up the last pyramid that was discovered. You'll learn about this little kid. It's like late 90s. So he had learned that, like, looking at map, he was able to look, and he saw that every spot where Orion constellation passes over Earth, there's a pyramid, and he saw one of those spots, and there was nothing claimed to be there, and he's like, there's gotta be a pyramid there, and there was.
Whoa, nice. He estimated and it turned out to be true. That's awesome. I'm going to look that up for sure.
That's some quality thinking, though, because the fact of the matter is they always line up with Orion's belt, and they do all connect to ley lines. Anything of important significance, temple-wise, pyramid, it always falls on the ley line.
They never just put them randomly. There's always a reason.
And it's unique, too, if you look at how all the pyramids are placed. They're in the constellation Orion.
Orion's belt, just like in Men in Black.
Yep.
So Al, I mean, I know that might not be the galaxy that you come from, but do you know anything about that?
Shit, you wish.
Yeah, no, I've been there. And food's great.
The first thing I answer, where are we going and how's the fucking food?
It's funny, you said that your food isn't that great. I'm picturing like your food kind of like Great Britain or England or whatever.
Boogers on a biscuit.
Yeah.
It's worse. It's just like a shower Kool-Aid, but it's protein. Well, P. Diddy might know a lot more about that.
See, I always pictured like these gelatin cubes that you guys just like somehow like snorted through your little nostrils.
Like an amphibian, we absorb it through our skin. We do a shower once a week, and then we consume, burn, and sweat that out in our little suits that recycle it. So then that's why we stink so bad. It's stagnant in there. But after a while, then we get to the shower and the recycler, and we reconsume and then recycle.
The yin and the yang of the alien suit. The weird thing is, though, to me, is that if you guys can like absorb your food and you do all this stuff, what's with the probing, man? Can't you get the DNA and everything else just through absorbing it? Why you gotta be? Why you gotta be fucking with Tony's butthole, man?
Fucking asshole, weirdos.
Curiosity.
Well, in that case, I can totally understand. It would kind of be like, taking something without giving the reach around. You know what I mean? It's like
it's really curiosity,
right? You need a little prostate stimulation or something.
You don't get a better reaction than sticking something in someone's ass. You can pet someone, you can electrode them. Never the same.
I guess if you're on the quest for knowledge and you want to learn, I guess what better way to learn than just just going right in, huh?
I don't even need to say anything.
Yeah,
I didn't even.
Take it from Al, guys.
I'm sorry about that moment.
Wasn't your proudest?
Oh, I mean, he started crying. You lose the luster at that.
Tony, how do you feel that, like...
Man, leave me the fuck out of this, man. I want nothing to do with that stinky ass, non-junk having motherfucker, okay?
I mean, like...
All right? You know what I mean? I get it in. You don't. You suck.
I can't.
This is a bit strange, though. This is the first time on this podcast that we've had somebody that's got carnal knowledge of Tony's beehole.
That's true. That's a first. We're always pushing the limits here in that conversation.
A few of us actually do. It's not just me.
Are you saying he got gangbanged? Did he get gangbanged?
Well, no comment.
Chambers, what else you got? What do we got here?
Man. So we all love talking about Tesla here, and we've all talked about like the Tartarian and the Barbarian and all the megalithic structures that generated free energy. And I mean, this really touches on that. Like, it actually touches on some of these things that are monuments were actually built as like conductors possibly, and maybe we're drawing free energy and doing, you know.
Let's roll.
Been concealed for centuries. The real purpose of the Eiffel Tower is something far beyond what you've been told. Most people believe it's nothing more than a symbol of Parisian culture or a product of the industrial era. The truth? The Eiffel Tower was designed as a massive antenna, an instrument for wireless electricity experiments, and its secrets could have revolutionized the world. The year was 1889, and the tower was unveiled at the Paris World's Fair, touted as a temporary exhibit. But here's where it gets strange. The true intent behind this engineering marvel was hidden in plain sight. Nikola Tesla visited Paris in the 1880s. During his stay, he met with Gustave Eiffel and shared his groundbreaking vision for a world powered by free wireless energy. Tesla had already proven with his Wardenclyffe Tower that electricity could be transmitted wirelessly across vast distances. Eiffel, utterly fascinated by Kessler's revolutionary ideas, took these principles and incorporated them into the design of the Eiffel Tower. This was not just about aesthetics, this was about power, real power. During the tower's construction, strange phenomena were reported. Electromagnetic anomalies, unexplained lights, and strange sparks were seen surrounding the tower. Locals spoke of nighttime experiments, and some even claimed to have witnessed orbs of light dancing around the structure. Why hasn't this been exposed?
You know, we know there's a lot of AI, a lot of weird stuff out there, but a lot of the stuff seems to track. I mean, you can visit some of these old cathedrals and things like that these days and still find some of those copper towers, which likely had mercury up in the, like, the little copper ball or whatever. I mean, people have even proven, like, they've taken like the stained glass design on some of these old churches and then ran the frequency, and it made the same pattern in the water as like the stained glass window. Nice.
Yeah, where they had the sound frequency, and it's the same frequency of the hall of the church. That's strange.
Yep.
It's neat. That'll be the stained glass of the windows and everything.
I love those. I was just watching something about that, like the art that you get from you put like a plate with sand on it. You can get different patterns based on, like, every frequency is completely different. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's quite the phenomena, actually, when they have that plate over the speaker. I've seen them do it with that. I forgot what that stuff's called, but it's like the black liquid, so it shows up really good.
Ferrofluid.
Ferrofluid. That really stands out really good when they were going through the different frequencies, and they were showing like how I mean, it's weird how you can, like, hear a sound and you can tell that it's calming or it's chaotic.
Yep.
And then you can see it in the pattern of the frequency too.
Yeah, the crazy thing with the ferrofluid, it can be a three-dimensional representation of what the frequencies look like. When you put it on the plate, you get like a 2D slice of it. So it's kind of cool like that. It's just it's a really neat little trick.
Did you guys hear about the Waldenclyffe Tower? What happened there?
What's that?
So that was J.P. Morgan funded Nikola Tesla for the first transatlantic signal.
That's the one where he tore it all down, right?
Was going to use this to be one of multiple antennas that were placed in the right spots on the Earth for the charged electrosphere.
For the electricity.
It would just be charged, which you can see where the clouds go. That's why lightning only goes up to the clouds. There's the electrosphere. And all the electricity of the Earth that was channeled right at towers would just be charged, and things would just have power wirelessly. And then he had...
J.P. Morgan shut it down on him.
When he found out that he's trying to give the world free power, because there's no way to tax it.
Can't meter it. You can't slap a meter on it, and when people can just grab it out of the air.
Yeah, he cut the funding on it right away, and then dismantled his tower.
Dynamite to bring it down. Built it so well.
Yeah, he said, nope.
You ever hear about the version of wireless transmission from Tesla?
No.
He discovered that. It's weird how it always disappears. Hard to find. He had stated about how in an interview when he had the idea, because he had 2 Tesla coils, and then he had sensed his mother's death. He took the note at the time, and he went and found what she did and asked him what time it was, and that convinced him that they were tuned into the same frequency. So he tuned 2 Tesla coils, same frequency, sent power to one, it was received off the other. It was the birth of wireless transmission. Based off the idea that we are all senders and receivers and transmitters.
Interesting. So we all got our own frequency.
We are all receivers and transmitters.
My
We don't know what
twins
the
are
fuck
naturally
they're all
tuned.
about.
Well, he's got
All
the
right?
antennas on his head in his defense. He's just like, I can see him.
That's all I got.
Yeah, nice hairdo. Dork.
Man, you gonna let him talk to you like that? Hell,
Yep.
I guess so.
All right, what do we got next? What do we got next?
Yeah. So you know how on a couple of the previous episodes we were talking about the change in the calendar.
Yes.
And I forgot what the name of the ruler was. It'll tell in this video. Yeah, we switch over to the Gregorian calendar, and basically they like wanted to make it start off at like the beginning of a century, you know. So they basically negated the entire like past whatever couple hundred years or whatever it was, and just started like, okay, this is where we're starting with it, and we're running with it because he wanted to line up with like his dynasty and stuff. And this talks about that. I think it's pretty crazy.
Very nice. Here we go. Let's check.
Be 1727 now? It just could be. What if nearly 300 years of history never happened? Stay with me. In 1991, a German historian named Hermann Illig proposed something that shakes the very foundation of time itself, the phantom time hypothesis. His claim? The years 614 to 911 AD were completely fabricated. They don't exist. They were inserted into history, and we've been living in a false timeline ever since. Now, who would do this? And why? Enter Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII. 3 powerful figures who supposedly conspired to alter historical records and manipulate the calendar. Why? Because Otto III wanted to rule in the symbolic year 1000 AD, a number that carries power, prophecy, and legitimacy. But instead of waiting, they fast-forwarded history itself. Now, think about this. We have written records from this missing period, sure. But where are the artifacts, the architecture, the undeniable physical proof? You'd expect 297 years to leave more behind, yet it's eerily scarce. And if this sounds impossible, just remember, Tartaria was erased from history. If they can erase entire civilizations, why not rewrite time itself?
So what do you guys think? This isn't the only place I've heard this. Like, I mean, geez, like 15 years ago, I came across something just like this, talking about the same people. I just, didn't remember the names and whatnot. But it kind of flabbergasted me to think that, like, we're kind of stuck in a time that isn't really the time. And then it also makes me think back on, like, how people will talk about, like, kind of like the frozen evolution kind of fucking theory, like, where after the year like 2000 nothing really substantially new other than like smartphones has really happened. Like, even, I mean, you could take somebody from like 1990 and have them walking down the street and nobody's going to be looking at them weird for the way they're dressed. And if you look at all the fashion trends and things like that, they always start reverting back to like these other decades and stuff, and they always pull from that. And it's like, not to say that trends don't recycle, but nothing like mind-blowing outside of the smartphone, in my opinion, has really taken place. I mean, cars have gotten a little bit cooler, but in that they've gotten more expensive and more complicated, and for all honesty, break down more than like
dude, for sure,
the old ones did. So
for sure.
I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
It makes me think about how at that time, that was back in that time period that was possibly erased, knowledge was like gate kept, like education, libraries, books and stuff. People, were smart in making discoveries, but there really wasn't a ton of people that could like even read and write, I don't think. Sure, there were some, but whether it's true or not, this time period would be a good candidate for being like a vulnerable time for this to happen. You know, it'd be easier than now because we have so many more records.
Yeah, the whole Tartarian thing, man, that just blows my mind. I just kind of recently got into digging down that rabbit hole. If you guys have never heard, the listeners have never heard of the Tartarian Empire and all that shit. I mean, all you gotta do is look outside, you know, check out some of them crazy cathedral churches, and like, I don't know, the more you dig into it, the more like, man, everything's a fucking lie. Everything's a fucking lie. Everything.
I think the time period they're talking about, though, is also when the medieval mini ice age happened.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I heard about that certain time that nothing happened. They don't have any record of anything going on, but I did not hear. That's the first I heard. It was actually an ice age.
And another thing
you got it, Al. You got to figure it out.
Another thing that's kind of odd that people talked about with the change to the calendar and the times, they're like, we'll look at the name of the months. You know, October's not the 8th.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The names don't make sense.
Yeah, Sept is 9, Oct is 11. No, 10. Yeah.
So basically, your first step is Santa Claus, then the Easter Bunny, and from there on out, life just sucks. Fucking sucks. Everything's a lie.
Well, that was something new for me in hearing like the Ice Age thing, but I guess in the medieval times, Games of Thrones had it. Winter truly came.
That's right. Winter's coming, dude.
I played this one because this is some shit that's happening to me happening like as we speak currently, like in the past 2 months. Every day, every night, all the time, a few times a day, but at least a couple times a day, I randomly glance at a clock. 111, 111, 111, 123, 111, 333. Or yeah, you know what I mean. It's all the same numbers all the time.
100%.
Okay. And from seeing stuff like this, I guess you need to like, it's like a sign to whatever at that particular moment is on your mind. Like when you see that, go back, like rewind for like a minute prior. What was on your mind? What are you thinking about? Like life is trying to give you an answer to something. Anyway.
No, before you start this, like I do want to chime in on that because it's really important. About for 5 years now, I have not missed 444 on the clock any day, like no days. And most of the time, because I stay up late, I'll see it 2 times a day. And it was weird because when I met my girlfriend, we started talking about this, and I would always say like 444, and she'd be like, "Oh wait," she's like, "You recognize repeating numbers?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "You're gonna start noticing more of them." And I shit you not, and the 444 is consistent in my life. I mean, I even posted it on social media today, 444, because I saw it. And but since then, yeah, same thing he's saying. The 111, 222, 1234 for 1234. You know what I mean? Like weird shit like that. And it was only after she said that I noticed the other ones, because otherwise it was only the 444.
Yeah, and sure, it was like randomly here and there, you know, throughout the years. You see that, like, haha, 111, cool. But up until just recently, I have been noticing it a fucking lot, and I think that's just telling me something's coming, or I need to figure something out, or close a chapter and open a new one, close the door, or a new window will open. Something's going on with me right now that I'm getting like poked at with this.
Maybe it could also, who knows, those could be true. Maybe it's a good sign that you're on the right path, you know, like that it's just a sort of confirmation that like you're doing a good thing or whatever. Who knows?
These are the truths, because I'm not one to get into the weird new age shit. We know I'm a Christian, but I did kind of look into it because I thought it was weird, and people would talk about angel numbers, and then I started looking up the meanings of them, and like 444 was supposedly like you're on the right track and you're being protected and like you're being guided, and like what you're doing is leading you to like what you're supposed to be doing. Other numbers are like mean like, okay, like you need to make a change, like he was saying, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
do you have something to say, Al? No.
Just reminds me of Daniel Tammet. You guys ever hear of him?
No.
Here we
So
fucking
he's
go.
the very first savant that was able to explain what's going on in his head. He's got the world record for pi.
Okay. I can just say it consistently, just.
So he
crazy.
says every number to him from 0 to 1,000 has a unique shape, color, feel, taste. It's like he uses all of his senses.
Right?
Wow.
He could see the color of the numbers and he kept going.
Yeah, he said it was like looking at a horizon when he looks at pi. And when you hear someone's asking him, he's just looking at a sliver of that horizon and telling you how he sees it and the order he sees it.
Wow.
He's trying to write a whole
something to look into. Note that, guys.
Yeah,
Note
he's
that
supposed
one.
to be writing his own language with math.
Ooh, he'll be the only one that can read it.
Like right now?
Right. So like it would be based off of the planets and math. So he figured if we met another race or something, that's how it would communicate to us would be off math.
He ain't human. He's one of you cloaked assholes. Alright.
That is crazy.
Alright.
You brought that up because I recently just heard about that, so I didn't know his name.
All right, Joe. Moving on. Ready? Yep. Let's bro.
If numbers are truly the hidden language of the universe, then why would you simply wait for them to appear? What if, instead of passively noticing 1111, 222, or 333, you could learn to use them as tools to bend reality in your favor? The greatest mistake people make with repeating numbers is treating them as mere signs rather than activators of consciousness. Numbers carry vibrational frequencies that can be harnessed, aligned with the law of attraction, the subconscious mind, and quantum field manipulation. The moment you see these numbers, you are in a heightened state of awareness. That's the precise moment to act, to redirect your thoughts, to align your energy, to amplify your manifestation power. But how? First, numbers act as frequency reminders, signals to check your thoughts and emotions at that exact moment. Every time a repeating number appears, pause and ask yourself, what was I thinking just now? Your thoughts at that moment are aligned with a vibrational gateway, meaning the universe is reflecting something back to you. If your thoughts are negative, this is your chance to shift them instantly. If they are aligned with your desires, it's a confirmation. You are in energetic resonance with your manifestation. The elite, mystics, and ancient numerologists use numbers not as passive signs, but as codes to unlock different layers of reality. The key is not just seeing the numbers. It's understanding that each time they appear, they are a portal, a moment of quantum alignment, where reality is more malleable than usual. If numbers are truly the...
So I found this to be very interesting, and it gives me a little bit more than just noticing it. You know what I mean? Now I feel like I have maybe a tool to kind of dive a little deeper in it. What do you think, Benny?
Yeah, man, that's cool because it always happens to everybody. You know, you mentioned it. Everybody's experienced the repeating numbers thing. It's like an autistic thing I do. I don't know. If I'm at a gas station and I'm filling up, I won't just get $25. It's a weird thing with not repeating numbers, but I like perfect squares. So if I get $25, I'll put in $25 and or 25 cents. Just in my logic is that it's I guess I could argue that it's like because butterfly effect, right? Like if you fill it up to 25, 24, then you're at the pump for a slightly different amount of time, and then your path will go different, and your day will end up completely different potentially. You might get stuck at a stoplight, you might blah blah blah, all that fun stuff can kind of
the snowball effect.
The snowball effect, yeah. So it's a 40. Well, I also like the number 42. That's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think. Is that or no? Is it the Hitchhiker's Guide?
I love that movie.
Yeah. The answer to the universe is 42. That's it. And there is some science that went behind that.
Benny, this is like a revolution here because this is the man of science, the man of logic. And he just told us that he's got some superstition and he actually is participating in trying to manifest his own destiny.
Let's give a round of applause. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's give him a come on. Let's give him come on.
There we go.
Come on, Benny. So
That's crazy though. From that movie, that AI robot was called Deep Thought, wasn't it?
Yep.
And now they just built an AI quantum computer called Deep Mind.
Yes. Coincidence?
we'll see. But I will leave you with this. The mention of it's opening a portal and blah 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 when these numbers come up. Next time it hits 444, I'm gonna pull out my phone. I'm gonna see if I can walk through the wall.
Nice.
That's
a shot.
Right.
You know?
He says, but someday, sooner or later, with this show, he will end up walking through a wall.
I'm gonna figure it out, man.
That's right.
All right, guys. Let's move on to the next clip. This one is another one of my favorite subjects. Good old flat Earth.
All right.
And hey, Al.
Yeah. Oh, it's very easy. Aristotle just was able to look up and see the shadows.
All right,
of the
shut up, Al.
planets and see all circles.
Shut the fuck up, Al. It's my
I mean,
time. I have the mic.
He goes, could you believe a year ago we thought
Al,
that shit was flat?
if I have to come over there
Would
and
you
clock
believe
you
how
another one?
stupid we were? And that was 350 BC.
Al, shut
And
Let's go. Moving on. Moving on. Let's roll. All right.
Now, and here's the thing. There's in the flat Earth community, there's people like, don't talk about more land. You know, you can prove the Earth is flat. We can prove the Earth is flat right here from everything that we can reach and test and measure ourselves. What's beyond Antarctica is speculation, but there's lots of evidence that there's more land beyond the shoreline of Antarctica.
So you're saying that, like, okay, wait a minute. So it's like a pie, and Antarctica is the pie crust?
Well, it's not just the crust. And imagine a lake 100 miles across in the middle of Kansas. Okay? And at the center of that lake is a magnetic mountain, a mountain made from a magnet, just a magnetic mountain. So no matter where you are on that lake, your compass will point to the middle of the lake. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
So south is every direction away from the middle. So south, if this is the middle, south is that way, and south is that way, and south is that way, because the compass will always be pointing towards the middle. East and west are circles around the middle. East and west are circles. This is the Gleason's map that used to be in all of the textbooks and encyclopedias and libraries, and they removed it, right? So if you go east and west, you can go right all the way around, maintaining your east or west direction, and then end up right back where you started from, right? If you walked around your neighborhood, does that make your neighborhood a sphere? No, you're just walking around it. If the center of your neighborhood was the North Pole, the compass would point to the north.
Right. No, it makes sense. But what compass are you talking about? Any compass will do this?
Any compass. A compass points towards
north.
a magnetic force coming out of our north. If you got a table, get a nice strong neodymium magnet, put it on a table, draw a big circle around it, and put a compass near it. That's going to take over. It's going to be stronger than the magnetic pole, and your compass will point to that. And try to push that compass west. You're going to have to keep turning to maintain a west heading, because if you go straight, you're going to be going away from that magnet, and the north will be that way. And
because on a different plane.
You're just going to go straight.
I don't know, man. Just another one. I'm spitting facts. Facts.
I have nothing disparaging to say. I will just say that has failed to compel me to believe in flat Earth.
I mean,
big fucking surprise.
You can fly around your planet. There's no restrictions. You can actually do a flight from city to city, Singapore to LA, and all around. Now, Antarctica's weird. I'm not going to say it's some barrier that doesn't make sense.
So we're not 100% then, are we? Are we?
There might be a hole down there.
You're from fucking space. Shouldn't you know this already? Shouldn't you know this?
We can't tell you
know what the term
everything.
extraterrestrial means?
Just like we can't tell you about your health
territory,
from probing you, but we do it anyway.
Moving on.
And on that note,
moving on. All right. Wait. Chambers, you got something to say about that?
I was just gonna say, things are starting to
If
make
it's something
sense.
stupid, then don't.
No. Things are just starting to make sense. I mean, I've always noticed that you sat awkwardly, and I just, I'm starting to figure it out. I'm sorry. I mean,
that's go.
All right, what do we got here?
All right, this is like a I've been seeing this pop up here and there. This is from a CIA released document after a certain amount of time over so many years. Like, what do they call it? They get released.
Declassified?
They get declassified. And this one has to do with like kind of like a simulation type thing, I guess. It's a reset code if you're in any kind of pain. And I tried this. I got a headache and it fucking worked. I want you, the listeners, try this out. Leave a comment. Let us know if this works. Let us know. You guys too.
Okay.
Except for you, Al. Fuck you, Al. All right, let's go.
Good evening. How are you doing? What's with the 5515 thing? What's with the CIA code to kill pain? I saw it a while back, and honestly, I didn't think much of it. And then I just saw a video today of a woman whose child was using it. And I was like, well, that's silly, but like, why not? Because I have tendonitis in my elbow. So I did it, and it worked immediately. And I thought, well, that's lucky. Coincidence. I tried it again later, and it worked immediately. So then I just went out to my husband and said, I know this sounds crazy, but you have to try this. So my husband has chronic pain all over his body. And he's like, okay. So he closed his eyes. And what you do is you visualize the part of your body that's having pain, and you just say the code 5515, 55515, 3515. He opened his eyes and he was like, it's definitely less. And I was like, right? And he was like, what is that? I was like, I don't know. But also, this is why I'm in my question everything era. We've been duped, y'all. Oh, we've been so duped.
I can't believe it, but I had forgotten all about this. I remember when I first came across this was about a year ago when I was making one of these videos. And it was at a time when I was experiencing some pretty severe and nearly constant lower back pain from a permanent back injury that I'd gotten from work. I remember trying this whenever I first read about it, and I remember experiencing significantly noticeable relief. I think I may have even mentioned something about it here on the channel. And it may be the constant changing of topics that I subject myself to with the way that I make these videos, but for some reason I just never thought about this again. But I almost wonder if this is some sort of super placebo effect or something. Like maybe because it's in a declassified CIA document, everyone assumes it's some secret pain relief technique that the government figured out, so they assume it'll work, therefore causing the placebo effect. What are y'all's theories as to how this works? And probably more intriguing, how in the world do y'all think they even figured this out?
What do you guys think, man?
I've never heard of that,
crazy.
but it sounds easy enough to try. That's
Try it
what I
out.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like he said, I had a back injury and surgery when I was very young. I mean, I was like 22. I have chronic back pain all the time, so I'll give it a whirl. I'll touch back next episode.
Yeah, and like I
how it
said,
works.
you, the listeners, yo, guys, try this out. Leave us a comment. Let us know if it works.
I wonder if it applies to different languages too.
5515.
Cinco, uno.
Visualize the pain, and you just repeat that number over and over again. And eventually, the pain just goes away. I tried it when I had a headache. I bullshit you not. It worked. I'm gonna try it again next time something else happens.
Al, I got a question, man. Like, so being that you guys communicate most often telepathically, does it work that way too?
Yeah, we can, if you get that D note just right, you can make each other shit each other.
The brown noise.
Oh, yeah. You got to sneak up behind them and drop it. And then they do.
Well, that was a little bit more than I needed, but thank you for that, Al.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, I got some links here. I don't remember exactly what these are, so we're going to go through them in rapid fire.
Dude, did you know that the speed of light could circle the globe 7 times in 1 second? Damn, what else? The speed of light also goes from the moon to the earth in 1 second. Wow, go on? Yeah, light goes from the sun to the earth in 8 minutes. Whoa, so we're seeing the sun as it was 8 minutes ago? More. It goes from planet Uranus to Earth in 2 hours. Continue. And then from planet Neptune in 4 hours? Damn, it actually takes light forever to get to us from there. Yeah, bro, the speed of light's the fastest thing in the universe, but the universe is an enormous place. I mean, how long do you think it takes light to get to us from the closest star to the sun? Jeez, a few weeks maybe? Yeah, try over 4 years. Oh my god. Yeah, light speed covers about 6 trillion miles in 1 year, so rather than saying that Proxima Centauri is 24 trillion miles away, we just say that it's 4 light years away. A light year being the distance that light travels in 1 year. Wow. And you know, since light has this finite speed, we can only see things in space as they were in the past because light takes time to reach us. So when we look at Proxima Centauri, we're seeing it as it was 4 years ago, not as it is now. Alright, so you said that's the closest star to the sun? Didn't I read somewhere that there's like 1 million stars in our galaxy? Yeah, I mean, more like 400 billion, but I'm having an existential crisis right now. Those are fun. Yeah, so the Milky Way is a pretty big galaxy. It's 100,000 light years side to side, so, you know, it's pretty crazy. The fastest thing in existence, light, still takes 100,000 years to get to the opposite side of the galaxy. I'm leaving. Well, hold on, we haven't even talked about the distance to other galaxies yet. There's hundreds of billions of those too. Shut up!
I don't have much to say about that other than it was just a little reminder of how little we are. Just little guys.
I thought that was pretty interesting, man. That's pretty cool. I like his reactions.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that Al will be able to confirm this, but that guy's definitely been probed.
Yeah.
And he liked it.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
He's ready for another.
All right.
Oh, man.
So this next one is I covered it a little bit last time. We were talking about the Big Bang, and then things are how fast we're moving in the universe. And it's tough to believe that the Earth is going around the sun at we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. The Earth the sun and the galaxy, or the corkscrew of the solar system is flying through at 100,000 miles an hour or something, and then it just keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger. We're all rushing towards something called the Great Attractor. Nobody knows what it is because, we're rotating around the center. Our solar system's rotating around the center of our galaxy. Then the galaxy, that's rotating, but we're part of a local group of space galaxies and stuff. It's just hundreds of millions of galaxies, and those are all being drawn towards something. It's not a galaxy. It may be a really big black hole, but it's called the Great Attractor, and it's very mysterious.
All right.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Dude, did you know that 20% of the universe is hidden from us? Hidden? Yeah, it's covered up by our own freaking galaxy. There's so much dust in the disk of the Milky Way that it causes the extinction of visible light, blocking an enormous chunk of the cosmos from our view. We call this obscured portion of the sky the zone of avoidance. That's really creepy. Yeah. But not nearly as creepy as what it's hiding from us. Go on. Well, based on measurements of the low energy radiation that fills the entire universe, we can tell that our galaxy is moving through intergalactic space at 600 kilometers per second, right in the direction of space that's covered up by the zone of avoidance. And when we measure the velocities of nearby galaxies, we find that they too are moving at insane speeds in that same direction. There is clearly something in that hidden region that is drawing the entire local universe towards itself. We call it the Great Attractor. What is it? It is the gravitational focal point, the heart, if you will, of the entire supercluster of over 100,000 galaxies that we are a part of. It's an insanely dense concentration of both normal and dark matter, warping the fabric of space-time so severely that everything in our general cosmic vicinity is being directed towards it, but we can't see it. Our own galaxy is in the way. Interstellar dust is causing light's extinction, giving us a zone of avoidance, which is blocking the Great
attractor. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like we can observe this, we can measure it, we can just track it, and it's still kind of unknown because that zone of avoidance. We don't really have a lot of data on it other than like the direction that things are going.
There's something weird about that with the galactic year. It's something like 250 million years. And they had shown that it seems like somewhere in the galactic year is when Earth gets a reset.
Ooh.
It's almost every time that we have a great extinction event is almost around the galactic years of time.
Oh, is that happening right now?
We are somewhere around in the range of 200-300 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, have you seen the Midwest over the last 3-4 days? And then, what was it, a week or two before that, all the coastal freaking earthquakes, volcano off the side, the one in, what's it, erupted again.
Yep.
And, like,
Yellowstone.
Some weird shit's going down, man. Like, some natural stuff. Like, is it the pole shift is upcoming? I don't know.
All right, what do you got next, Benny?
This is a quick one, 30 seconds. It's just food for thought. I know that you're very much focused on practical, observable things. It's easy to believe things.
Towards me.
Yeah. For you particularly, you need to be, for you to be compelled, you need to be able to see something with your eyes to believe it, right? Like it's one of the, the senses thing.
Yeah,
kind of thing. So this is just kind of
for me.
Well, it's food for thought. Yeah.
You shooting missiles? Shots fired?
Shots fired,
Benny?
Shots fired.
Yeah, just a subtle reminder that our eyes may not always be the best judges of what's
I didn't
happening.
come with any ammo for you this round, but next round.
Okay, fair enough.
Buddy.
All right, let's go.
These are my favorite moments.
You see that little glass beaker inside the big one? Right now, it's pretty easy to spot because light bends as it moves from air to glass. That bending is called refraction. It's how we can see those beakers' edges, outlines, and shapes. But watch what happens when we pour in the oil. The beaker vanishes because the oil has nearly the same refractive index as the glass. That means light doesn't bend when it crosses the boundaries. And if light doesn't bend, your eyes can't see the edges, making it look as if it's disappeared.
Alexandra. Yeah, so there's not much to say about that one. Just
kind of cool.
Just a science trick, just one of those little parlor trick things.
Yeah.
The stuff I love that you bring.
Yeah, for sure.
Little eye benders.
Just food for thought kind of thing.
You guys got something to say?
I was just going to say that definitely was explaining the refraction, which we were trying to talk to you about that one time, about how the higher up you are and being able to see like certain distances that you shouldn't see if it was a curved earth, but the way the light bends, it allows the way the light bounces off your eyebrow to like.
Personally, like when I start hearing words like refraction, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I get it, but like I don't really get it.
The Pink Floyd album cover. I mean, that's like refractal light. So
I
like
get
if you think about the molecules and like the moisture in the air and things like that, atmospheric pressure.
Yes.
You're able to see like what you're seeing is actually bending along with that.
Yes.
Like a harvest moon, why it looks so big.
They do look big. This one is for you, and this is a little treat.
Missiles.
No missiles, bro. This is a good one. 16-bit Lolita's Sedna. You remember that track?
That's my jam. That's a jam right there, son.
Buddy, yes, that's a classic. She's gonna tell us about it. I knew that it was a moon or something, but I like this chick.
What Sedna actually is.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. It's really interesting.
Let's roll.
I bet you've never even heard of this object, even though it's in our solar system and has the same designation as Pluto. This is the dwarf planet Sedna, and this is the best photo that Hubble can get of it. Here's a size comparison. This is Sedna. It's less than half the size of Pluto, but it's still considered a dwarf planet. It's currently pretty much the closest it gets to us at 11 billion kilometers away, but it also gets 140 billion kilometers away, which is about 20 times further from the sun than Pluto. But technically the closest it gets to us is July 2076. This huge path takes Sedna over 11,000 years, so the last time it was in the place it is now around our sun Earth was leaving its last ice age. But it's also just moving really slowly at less than 2% of Earth's speed. And we don't know why this object has such a highly elliptical orbit so far away from the sun, but it's possible that our solar system captured this object from a nearby star system billions of years ago. It is so far away that its maximum temperature is negative 240 degrees Celsius or negative 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It's basically just a fancy ball of ice. It's also one of the reddest objects in the solar system. It doesn't have any known moons, but it's so far away and so hard to see, it might. So we've got about 50 years until its closest approach to figure out how to study it, because then we won't get the chance for another 11,000 years.
Yeah, Sedna. I had no idea. I knew it was a space thing, but I didn't know what it was. But it's pretty far out there, dude.
Far out indeed. Pretty cool, man, to know the meaning behind the word Sedna.
We've been
From that song, we've been jamming that song since that was one of the number one. And just so you viewers know what we're talking about, the track jamming in the background right now, that's Sedna,
dude.
That's Sedna. There's a classic banger, fucking banger, face melter. All right, what do you guys got? Anything?
I think it's pretty cool. What about you, Al?
Yeah.
You been there, Al?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How's the food?
It's better at the beginning.
Right. So, moving on.
I was gonna say sparse.
All right, this is a Mandela effect thing. Example of how this is sort of like a snowflake Mandela effect, though. They changed this.
I love these.
But it's like absolutely. If you watch this, I think Moana or whatever Disney movie this is, on Disney Plus versus the original, they actually did change this for sure. But it's just a little confirmation that down the road, if people don't really understand that they did this for safety, because there's a little girl that goes into a dryer or something, so it was a liability thing. They might have kids or parents opening up lawsuits if they got into a dryer.
All right, let's roll.
It will take a while to make you smile. Somewhere in these eyes, I'm on your side.
Yeah, that is, again, it was done for safety because Disney didn't want, there must have been some case where a kid was playing that character and they hid inside their washing machine or dryer, and that's a safety thing. So it's a practical, what's it called? Practical.
Oh, you're saying
Mandela
so it
effect.
wasn't a Mandela effect. It's something that had changed for safety reasons so they don't get sued.
Well, kind of, but if people don't understand that in the future, in 50 years, if somebody found the original footage, they'd be like, wait a minute, this is different than what we have from here.
That's one debunked out of the hundreds and the more and more that keep coming out.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But it is something that could be causing confusion, I guess. But yeah, that lady said,
that's good. We just so you guys know, that's not one of them.
The cornucopia was definitely there, though, right?
The cornucopia was there, and
I
the
saw
damn
it.
fruit of them.
I had the underpants as a kid. Yeah.
Cornucopia. What do you guys?
100% Al.
Yes, it was there.
All right, cool.
All right, this
Moving
next
on.
one's just a still picture. I won't even play it. If you switch over to the screen. Yeah, this just said in 1945, the U.S. military opened fire on the planet Venus after mistaking it for a Japanese balloon bomb. Because under some conditions, it can look really bright in the sky. Maybe even visible during the day.
Shoot!
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's amazing.
All right, what we got? We got a funny clip from this LD.
What are you doing?
This is the pig I've been sleeping with.
That's a duck.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well done, Al.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice. That was a good one.
Yeah, man, dude. Everybody loves a good rant, and I had to pull this one up because although it's not like hilarious, I find it funny when somebody just goes off where they're just pissed.
Let the masses be the judge of that. Let's roll. Let's go.
Say, well, I've been around Egypt a lot, and I looked at a whole lot of books on Egyptology, and man, they like to make sculptures and paintings. They covered everything. Every inch of their temples is just covered with murals of painting and stuff depicting, what? Oh, what Egyptians are doing. And what is Egyptians doing but whatever the royalty told them to do? And they're building stuff. Why is it we don't have one single depiction from all of Egypt of them building a pyramid?
question.
I mean,
Legit?
dude,
Yeah.
he's kicking facts, but like, I love how he gets up as one single.
Yeah.
One single.
Legit.
Dude's
Right?
pissed.
All right, what do we got next? This is one of my favorite Bobby Lee skits. I mean, it's not a skit. It was just him, I think, being funny, but it's hilarious as well.
When I was 9, I got molested by a guy with Down syndrome.
Don't laugh, Brennan.
I'm not laughing.
Why'd you laugh?
It's just
That's fucking rude.
It's such a curveball.
I'm going to say it again, and if you smile, I'm going to leave. Don't cover your mouth though either.
Hey!
You can't cover your mouth. Because the thing is that I'm telling you something that's like I'm vulnerable about
I know,
it, and I'm
man.
expressing
I'm trying to
a
be
truth
cool.
to you.
Hey, dude, you
And-
gotta get serious.
And if you cover your mouth, I just feel like you're laughing.
Nope, let's do it.
You ready?
Do it.
All right.
This is,
So when I was 9, I was brutally molested by. Okay.
You can't say brutally.
Why?
Because that's a curveball.
Why is that?
Because don't say brutally. And look at Chin now. Don't,
It's not a curveball.
don't say brutally.
He did
Yeah.
add some
All right, don't add.
adjectives there.
So when I was 9 years old, every day for a summer.
You can't throw shit in there.
Why?
Because you fucking. I can't.
Why can't I?
Every day you couldn't avoid him for goodness sake.
Yeah, hilarious.
Fantastic.
Anyway, all right, so the next one here, it's funny and it's like, oops. So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but here we go.
Oh,
You have to watch this one twice.
What?
All right. There you go.
Okay. One more time.
Oops. I mean, I hope he was okay. I mean,
What?
yeah.
I hope he's okay.
I mean,
Dude straight went out, hit his head on the back of the staircase on a full free fall drop.
ouch.
He ain't moving. You hope he's okay.
That reminds me of, the comedian Tom Segura. He's got a podcast and he'll always play videos of like dudes like getting like pinned to the wall by like cars and automotive shops, and he'll just laugh like a maniac, and his wife is like, "That's not funny," and he's like, he's just dying laughing.
I can't decide whether. I mean,
It's funny.
Is it funny? It's fake. I don't know, but it's like.
Like everybody's watching, like expecting it.
Did I just make that happen?
Yeah.
The guy zigged when he should have zagged on that play for sure.
That's where socialized medicine still don't help.
Shots fired, Canada.
All right. So here's my last funny clip.
What are you about to do?
I'm about to roll up.
You rolling another one?
Yeah.
Oh. Why? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Why?
Oh. I mean, I don't think it's necessary.
Nigga, you about to cry?
No. I mean, I'm already high. How much higher are you trying to get?
This boy high.
Yeah, take me home.
Let's go.
All right, man. Chambers.
I got-
you got one more yet? We got
one more here. We'll finish it up with this one. This is the same guy from before. Have you ever wondered what it's like to work in a corporate environment, like a desk job?
Office space.
This
I've been there, man.
This is me at my job on a day.
Oh man.
Right on.
Yep.
Of course, Benny had to throw the porn back into it.
Yep. The anal probe, just for our guest.
You got anything to say about them?
No.
I cannot blame you.
All right.
Okay.
Rule 34, right?
That's right, always.
All right. Well, I mean, you guys got anything else to say?
Fuck you, Al.
Well, I'd like to say we definitely appreciate you making it all this way through the galaxy just to come hang out with us for episode 22. But
Yeah,
that
it was
wraps it
alright.
up. You want to thank you for staying this long. If you did, hit the like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications for the next episode, share with your friends and family, and don't forget to check the description if you want to look at any of the links that we brought, or just go to their channel and show them some love, give them a like and subscribe as well. But till the next episode, we love you and we appreciate all the support.
Conversation unknown.